What's going on, guys? This is Joey Young coming at you another video for the week. So before we start the video, let me go ahead and answer a question real quick. Alright, so 1000 Geckos asked, hey, do you know who sells zebra plecos for fairly cheap? And where did I get mine? Now, depending on the size of the zebra plecos, you can get them very small, about 1.5 inches, anywhere as low as I've seen them for maybe like 140, 130. And then, you know, as they get bigger, they'll cost a little bit more. The range can go all the way up to 175, 200, 250, depending on the size of the zebra plecos, to be honest. But the best site to actually get zebra plecos for a fairly cheap price, in my opinion, would be Discus Madness. They offer probably the cheapest zebra plecos in terms of retail online. They go for about 170 for about 1.5 inches to slightly under 2 inches, which is actually a very good price for them. And then also, if you buy them in bulk, I think they drop down to like 160 a piece. So definitely go check them out if you haven't. All right, so let's get into this week's update. So this week's update is a little sad for some of you guys possibly. So the very first thing is this zebra pleco tank, this breeding project that I've been trying for a while now. Again, a lot of the zebra plecos are still fairly small. I maybe have like 1 or 2 that are adult size enough to actually breed, but I have not had success. Now, when I started this breeding project, I knew that, you know, it's going to take some time and the zebra plecos needed some, you know, growth to them anyways. But I'm actually doing some changes, and one of those changes requires me to actually move the zebra plecos from this tank to another tank. So I'm still keeping the zebra plecos, but this tank actually is going down. So you guys are probably wondering why I'm actually taking this tank down. Actually, I'm actually downgrading a few tanks, and I need to swap some fish from specific tanks to other tanks. Now, I'll tell you in a little bit which tanks are actually going down, so you guys kind of like get an idea of when they're going to be taken down. So I'm actually looking to take down a few tanks. The reason being is with a full-time job and a bunch of tanks, I can't really give the tanks the required maintenance that they actually need. So I'm actually just condensing a lot of the tanks down so that I can kind of give the proper husbandry and cleaning that they actually need and maintenance. So just to kind of show you guys which tanks I'm taking down, I'm actually not taking all of them down today or this week. It might take several weeks, but this whole row here is actually going to be decommissioned. The turtle tank in the far right, actually I'm going to move that tank to the center over here and decommission the other 60p that I have over here. Yes, I know it's a lot of nice setups that I've established very nicely. These are all low techs, and it's sad to kind of take them down, but like I said, since I'm not able to keep up with the maintenance, I feel really bad in terms of having the tanks up and running, and I can't do, you know, specific water changes every week for them. So panning back over the zebra pleco tank, I'm going to be taking down this tank, and actually this tank's going to be reset up with something else because I'm actually, like I said, moving a bunch of stuff around, and that will be probably for another video. So for this week, we're just going to go ahead and decommission this tank. So let's get right to it.
What does perfect even mean? Is there even such a thing?
Alright, so that's it. This tank is now offline. Now I am going to eventually restock this tank. I'm probably going to pick up tomorrow to continue this. It's kind of getting pretty late in the day already. So I'll see you tomorrow. Alright, so this is day 2. I'm filling up the tank with RO water, and I'm going to put live sand into this tank. So yes, this is going to be a reef tank. So I think I'm going to consolidate the blue rack outside in the garage into this tank over here so I can actually control the temperatures a little bit better. I'm starting to realize that higher temperatures for macroalgae on the outside is not really helping it out. We're having issues growing the macroalgae out there, and also the system is kind of large, and I don't really have that much fish, and I don't plan on getting, I guess, a lot of fish anyways. So they're having to fight with that out there. So I think I'm gonna consolidate to a smaller system and kind of pack the fish into a smaller system so that the plants can take off and grow. So this is gonna take a while to fill up, but while it's filling up, I'm actually gonna grab some of the live sand out there and go ahead and put it into this tank. And I'll probably put about 1.5 inches to 2 inches, probably 2 inches, a little bit deeper than normal. And same thing with the bottom of the sump there. I'm gonna fill it up the same way. So let's go ahead and start that.
Can we switch up all the rules?
The smell of live sand, especially if you ever take it out on an established tank, horrible. Horrendous. And also the sand has only been established for like maybe like a year and it's still this bad. I can only imagine when sand has been established for like years and years and years and decades and you have to take that apart. Oh my god, it probably smells horrible. I'm gonna go ahead and kind of eyeball this real quick. So this is actually pretty good. This was only one bucket and it's gotten about an inch. So I'll probably need to do another bucket for the other side over here. So probably like 3 more of these buckets and I think we'll get a good layer of sand. As you can see here, that's about the same as my other reef tank over there. So I'll probably do at least 3 more buckets for sure. I will do 3 more buckets and we'll kind of come back and see where it sits here. Alright guys, and the tank's filling up slowly here. I'll probably give it a week or so to make sure everything's cycle. I did add in some live rocks to kind of help promote the cycle a little bit faster. I know the ammonia is probably going to definitely spike in here. Any new systems, even if you add in beneficial bacteria or a colonized bacteria, the system will spike just because it always does. Alright guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this week's update. If you guys aren't subscribed yet, make sure you guys subscribe to follow with all the teardown of the tanks I want to be doing slowly throughout the weeks. And like always, until next time guys, peace.